Embrace suffering. You should embrace suffering for many reasons. The first I find to be obvious. Life is suffering. You don't travel from birth to death without a great deal of suffering, but you certainly don't travel from naive to enlightened without it. Suffering's a great thing, an amazing thing. When we push ourselves past our comfortable limits, we grow. When we confront our own suffering, we grow. And when we endure hardships and overcome them, we gain self-esteem and self-confidence. Through suffering, you become resilient. Resilience is what creates leaders and survivors. I didn't get to a place where people considered listening to me from not suffering. My suffering started young. I was born into some very abusive family dynamics. I also was born with epilepsy. I had my first grand mal seizure before the age of 5 years old. I was put on drugs, dragged through MRI machines and sleep deprivation EEGs. I had migraines from either the seizures or the pills. I was having seizures most nights, and no one even knew it. I just woke up tired and scared. After my own share of childhood trauma, I took the suffering upon myself. I left home early. I was 16. I left home and became homeless. I slept in train stations. I slept under bridges. I was still in high school. I was still having seizures, but I saw a different roof over my head every night, if there was a roof to be had at all. I didn't really know yet to value suffering, but you might call it serendipitously. Suffering found me. It blessed me with the wisdom to appreciate it. Embrace suffering, because it's going to happen anyway. But also, embrace suffering when you don't have to. Take the hard road. Go uphill. Carve your own path. It won't be as easy, sure, but your results will be so much more valuable. Cultivate curiosity. These two things go together. You know that phrase, curiosity killed the cat? Well, let's just say I would call that suffering. Be curious. Be curious about other people when you meet them. Ask questions. Learn about them. Be curious about your environment. It'll cause you to pay a lot more attention. But most importantly, be curious about yourself. Who is this person inhabiting this body? What makes them tick? What's valuable to them? Get to know yourself like you're a stranger. What you find might surprise you. The more that you want to know, the more you'll learn about anything. So whenever that little whimsical childhood part of you wonders something, feed it. Seek answers. Dig deeper. Curiosity is the opposite of arrogance. If you approach a situation with a curious mind, if you are thinking to yourself, what is this for? Why is this happening? What's this here to teach me? You will have humbled yourself before your own fate. This is where we open up the flower of the divine. The blooming of curiosity is the blooming of enlightenment. I am not complacent. I am not bored. I am curious. I am looking higher, curious what's past that which I already see. When you cultivate curiosity, you cultivate spirit. If you can promote yourself asking deeper and deeper questions, you will suffer. You'll never have all the answers, and asking but not knowing is definitely its own type of torture. And you will grow, and you will yourself blossom.